like you saw, it's 4 a.m. I am just getting ready to get to the gym. I'm going to take you guys along with me on a full day in life as a foreign teacher here in China. A lot of you have requested to see a lot more of life here in China, so I'm taking you guys along with me today. I'm just gonna go ahead and get ready for the gym, so let's go. Okay, I hope I'm far enough to show you. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably see me wearing this all the time. This is my favorite workout gear, if I can put it that way. So everything is from Nike. I really like them. They had a sale and I just couldn't resist. I got this short and then I went back for another one. It is really comfortable, and then this shirt I actually got back in South Africa and it has a matching bra. So I have, I think, 4 of these bras, all in different colors, but I absolutely love this. It's so comfortable, so supportive, and I just always wear this because it is really, really light and super comfortable to work out in. So this is my go-to workout outfit always. And also, just one thing I kind of want to de-influence you on also is that you don't need a million workout outfits to be able to go to the gym. I basically rotate between probably like 3 outfits, one of which is still from my high school sport days. So you don't need to have a fancy workout wardrobe to be able to work out. Okay, I've chopped up half a banana. It's always so difficult for me to get food in so early in the morning, but I don't ever want to have coffee on an empty stomach, and I also just want to fuel up for the gym. Yeah, I still have this Vita bottle that I brought with me from South Africa, and I still use this every single day, and I can't see how that's going to change. How you know you lived in China for too long is that you no longer wear your shoes in the house anymore. I don't even realize I take them off anymore. Whenever I get to a carpet or when I enter my front door, they're off. It just happens automatically. I'm in my very sketchy dark elevator lift, and I remembered I forgot my headphones. There is no way I'm going to the gym without my headphones. Oh my goodness, I look like a zombie. Wake up. Is my ride for the gym this morning. Usually a lot of scooters stacked here too, but none of that today, so I'm taking the bike. It's probably so normal to like so many people in different countries all around the world, but I've just never done or seen this be done in South Africa other than in Sea Point. You just like scan that little barcode over there. It kind of just starts, you just hit unlock and it starts timing you. You drop it off at the, how are there so many cars at 4 a.m? You just drop it at the nearest parking spot, and then you can lock it again, and then off you are. Okay, I also just realized I forgot my tripod, but I needed an injury to get me to the point of prioritizing stretching and mobility. I've always known how important it is, especially before a workout. And have I been prioritizing it? No. And now I have a knee injury, and now I don't really have a choice anymore. So I'm gonna try to record as much as I can from my mobility and my stretching and my workout without the tripod, which is gonna be a bit of a challenge, but let's get into it. I'm always running to get to the subway so that I don't miss it and can save a few minutes of my schedule. Got off of the subway and I'm making my way back home, and it's like drizzling and it's such a gloomy day, and I'm smiling so much because the past like maybe 2 weeks, week and a half, oh look at my beautiful hair. It has been so warm. It's still pretty warm, but I mean the sun, when the sun is out, it's just like deadly. And there's like a cool breeze blowing, so it's just so lovely to have like a little bit of a break from the deathly heat. Okay, I'm going to have to go wide angle on this, so I hope you guys can still see me. Tried doing the cable kickbacks on the bench for the first time because I saw the hack on TikTok, on Instagram. And I thought it was really helpful because if you've watched my previous vlogs, you would know that I currently have a knee injury from running and I need to strengthen my left side, everything. And this only came to the surface when I started running longer distances, because the physio actually told me my throat keeps falling over. My counter is extremely skewed, so everything wobbles and falls over. My physio actually told me I'm not supposed to be doing any lower body workouts whatsoever, but that is kind of controversial because how am I supposed to strengthen the muscles if I'm not strengthening the muscles, you know what I mean? Also just making sure I'm incorporating a lot of like stretching, rolling. I actually did foam roll when I was finished with my workout. It's just been really frustrating because like lower bodies are my favorite workout days, but now I go into the workout kind of feeling guilty, although the main focus for me is to take tension off of my quads, because my left quad has been doing all the work because my glutes, my ankles, everything has just been really weak. So my left quad is like extremely tight, and they all are literally telling me it's too strong, and I'm assuming they mean in comparison, like in the ratio of what my other muscles should be. Obviously my quads aren't like scarily strong. It's just like I think they mean it's strong in the sense of the ratio from like glute to quad ratio isn't healthy, if that makes sense. So I have been like avoiding squats and things like that can put tension on my quads as well, just to try and get progress without, you know, reversing the progress in any way, shape or form. So it's just been also like I'm not doing all the movements I always do, so I also just feel like my workouts aren't productive. And then also when I do lower body, I actually just kind of feel guilty the whole time because I'm doing lower body, because I was actually told I'm not supposed to be doing lower body. But anyway, this is such a tangent, but I saw on Instagram the video of like doing the cable kickbacks on the bench, because that way you are just like keeping your form more stable and isolating that glute muscle. That is the exact muscle that I need to strengthen to support my knee. So I tried that today for the first time and it was actually really good. It's just still so frustrating for me because on my right side I can immediately feel that glute and I can immediately feel the tension on it, but my left side I'm just like, are you even doing anything? It doesn't feel like I'm progressing in any way, shape or form. So I don't know how long it's going to be for me to be able to be in a position where I can run again. Let's just take it day by day. I showed up for myself today and that is what matters, and I got a workout in and I'm really sweaty, so I need to go and shower. I just made my creatine and collagen cocktail. I love this. This is literally what I look forward to every single morning. I use the Beauty Focus Plus collagen from New Skin and then the creatine unflavored one from My Protein. The collagen is like a really subtle orange flavor, so that's really delicious. And then I just drink my 2 magnesium tablets when I eat my breakfast. So I'm just quickly gonna hop in the shower before I make my breakfast and then I'll check in with you guys after. Okay, I'm back. I've showered. I wanted to show you guys this silly little hack that someone actually shared with me on my Instagram. And that is to put your fruits after you've washed them in a Ziploc bag and like have it in a paper towel. It looks really messy and gross right now, but it's been working so freaking well. See how skew my counter is? Like all the blueberries just always roll away. I wash them and then I put the paper, what is that called? The paper towel in the Ziploc bag, and then just put the blueberries in there. And then I did this over a week ago. I did this not this Saturday, the previous Saturday, and my blueberries are still amazing. And what I really like about the Ziploc bag idea is that it doesn't take up as much space as what like sealed jars do. So I always like meal prep and those containers take up so much space in my fridge. So the fact that I've put everything in Ziploc bags just been amazing. I also
Did it with my lettuce leaves, and this is just, I feel like, such a great little hack. You are probably thinking, why the heck are you cutting up blueberries? Kind of love it because that kind of gives you like more bites. Just like the idea of a chopped up blueberry. There are no strawberries available in China right now, so my protein oats have been kind of just stuck to blueberries as the toppings, which I'm not complaining about because I really love me some blueberries. So I meal prep this on Sundays. If you saw my previous vlog, then you would see everything I kind of like meal prep. And here is just some oats, Greek yogurt, protein powder, and chia seeds. And then I just top it up with blueberries on the day. Then, of course, I need to have some peanut butter. This is my last peanut butter. Oh my goodness, I'm crying. I'm not going to get a whole serving of peanut butter out of this, and I'm about to cry. Luckily, I did order some over the weekend, so that would hopefully be delivered today. I use the Mavers. Is that how you pronounce it? Mavers brand. I love this so much. It's the crunchy peanut butter and it's so yum. There's my breakfast. It looks kind of sad without my strawberries, but that's what it is. This is really good. It's so filling and it's great refuel after a workout. So I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have my collagen cocktail, and then I'm gonna start getting ready for work. I always like to do this moisturizer when it's like a gloomy day because it's got an SPF 30 in, but on sunny days I always do SPF 50. But this is my favorite day moisturizer. I wish it was an SPF 50 because then I would use it every single morning. Have been digging out my foundation with like an ear, what do you call this? I almost said ear pick. Ear cleaning thing because I don't want to waste anything, and I just used my phone as my mirror, and I'm now looking in the mirror and I'm seeing that I just put on a huge amount of foundation because this foundation literally just needs a little drop and then you've got enough to cover your whole face. My makeup routine is literally the most bare minimum that you could possibly think of when it comes to going to work. Just prefer to keep it like super chilled, so I basically just put on this Skin Loving foundation, which is my favorite foundation that I've ever used. It's also got an SPF 30 in. It just has great coverage, but it's super lightweight on my skin, which is great because I don't want to look and feel cakey all day long, especially when it's warm. It's like skincare ingredients, so you're wearing makeup but it feels like skincare, so it's such a benefit. Then I just curl my lashes with a lash curler, and then I put in mascara. I really do have the biggest goal, and I have for so long, to get into figuring makeup out, to get like into my girly vibes, my girly era, because I don't ever do anything with my hair. I don't ever do anything with my makeup. I literally wear the same two outfits. For work, it's a little bit different because I have to wear my, like, this is my school uniform. We have to wear dark bottoms and then the two t-shirts that they give us, this one and then a maroon one or a red one. When it comes to me looking cute outside of work, also not really a lot of options. I always procrastinate shopping because I don't know anything about shopping or anything, and then I get overwhelmed and I'm just like, screw this. Because the majority of the time, because when I want to get like dresses, for example, I'm like, what shoes do I wear? Because naturally all I want to wear every single day are like training shoes or sneakers. Well, this dress does not work with sneakers, so bye. But I should just change my mindset when it comes to that, because I really do want to start looking a little cuter, if you know what I mean. I also use this curling mascara from Nu Skin as well. Let me just make my fish face. One of my students went to Japan with her family, and the parents are always so kind. They always bring the teachers gifts, and in the gift was this eyebrow pencil. So I've been using this eyebrow pencil, not that I really know how. One goal is to have cutesy outfits and figure it out and wear these cute things, and then on the other side I'm also like, stop being so buy consumable just because, you know, the world is telling you need to wear cute outfits. To create a capsule wardrobe for things that I can mix and match that can get me multiple outfits, because on the other side, I just cannot sit still and I want to go and see and travel the world. So my theory is, if it doesn't fit into either 1 or 2 suitcases, then you can't take it with you. Then on the other side, I'm like, but you want to look cute, so get yourself a cute coat. And then it's just like always, meh. Oh my goodness, I just have to share this before I leave. I'm actually so late, but I just applied this Skylar Vanilla perfume. I got this little tester to first smell how it smells, because it's got a whole lot of like clean ingredients in it. It's more clean than your average perfume. And then I use this Sephora lip gloss. I don't know what shade that is, if it's even a shade, but anyway, so this I just also applied, that I didn't share with you guys, but it is such a goodie and I thought I'd share it because I love that. As I was heading out, I just realized, 1, I forgot my umbrella, so I hope that it doesn't start pouring rain, but also 2, that my phone's battery is low and I couldn't find my power bank as I was heading out now, so I'm gonna have to put my phone on charge. So this morning I won't necessarily be able to capture too much, but also I don't want to capture too much because obviously I'm at work, so I don't want to be on my phone the whole time, and also because, you know, it's kids, you don't necessarily want to always capture them. Okay, well, so much for not pouring down rain. I do not have an umbrella and I need to walk home in this rain. I've gotten used to it by now, but I really do try to hold out till I get home before I go to the bathroom. But sometimes I just have way too much water throughout the day and then I have to use the toilet. So this is a very normal toilet for China, basically a squatter toilet. So you just float around, and then in your squatting position you do your business and you head on out. So luckily the school always makes sure that we have toilet paper. In most cases public toilets don't have toilet paper either, so then it's really not fun. And you just always got to make sure you have like tissues with you to be able to do what you got to do. It's officially my lunch break and I'm really glad it stopped raining. I can feel some sun rays coming through. My eyes are burning. It's so bright. But I actually did something I've never done for my lunch break before, and I've booked my nail appointment. I've never gone anywhere except straight home for my lunch. I always just go eat at home and then get work done there. But 2 weeks ago I actually had my nails done, and it started for the first time ever since going to this place, which has been basically most of the time that I've been in China. It's like chipped. So I went back and they fixed it on Friday, but it's already chipped again, the same fingers. So I don't know if I'm doing something weird or if it's a different product or what the case is, but it's the same 3 fingers that chipped. So I need to go have that fixed because I cannot deal when there is like a chipped like gel, because I cannot stop. And like my middle finger tore the whole gel off, so that's really painful. So this one started and I'm like picking at it the whole time, same with my thumb. So I need to go and get that fixed as soon as possible because it's driving me absolutely crazy. So I'm very glad my lunch break is long enough for me to be able to get that done, and also for the fact that my nail salon is also within walking distance. So I'm heading straight there. Hopefully they'll fix it really quickly, so that I can quickly head home, eat, and then get back to school. Okay, so I just arrived at the locker and I added in the code there that the delivery company sends me when a package of mine has arrived. I can just simply get it from the locker, close that. I've shared that on my stories a few times, but I thought maybe you guys haven't seen that yet. And then I can just go ahead and enter the next number for my next parcel. First package is a shirt. So I don't generally buy online or like since getting here in China, because you never know what you get. But this feels extremely soft. Oh my goodness. It's like a, what are these called? Tube tops? Boob tubes? What is the terminology that we're using these days? I don't know. But it's really soft. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. And it's got cups inside, so no need for a bra if you are not feeling the bra. Now, just need to know whether those cups are going to stay in there when they get washed. That's always the biggest struggle. But this feels amazing. Definitely not going to try it on now. I'll try it on tonight after I've showered because I'm a sweaty mess. And this is a massive box. It's so funny because it's literally just my coffee. And it always like gets so heavily bubble wrapped. But I'll take it because that means at least we're safe. Dropped you guys there for a sec. Sorry. The amount of times I've actually considered buying myself a coffee machine since moving to China, it's multiple times a day. But I'm not going to do that because I know I'm not going to be here for my whole life. And I don't want to have to part from a coffee machine, which I've purchased with my own money. You know what I mean? And then also, like I said this morning, my peanut butter. I always love how they package this because it always looks like it's like framed. Like well deserved, you get your own frame, which is valid because I love me my peanut butter and it's worth framing. My taco things are semi-assembled. I am just gonna sit down and have lunch. I've still got a few more minutes before I have to head back to school. Usually in my lunch breaks, I sit and do some lesson planning or, you know, design my flashcards that I need to print and laminate for the kids or whatever the case may be. Usually work-related stuff, school-related stuff. But I have worked ahead and finished all my lesson plans for the remainder of the semester, finished all my flashcards. So I basically am sorted admin-wise when it comes to schoolwork. So I've just been spending my lunch breaks as productively as I can with things that I usually would do at night. But now that I've taken on extra classes, if you've watched my previous vlog, I shared on there that I've actually been doing extra work because I have financial goals, you know what I mean? So I've been taking extra workload on. So at night I literally have my extra classes, come back home, shower, eat, sleep, and that's the extent of it. I literally walk in and I try to put my phone away and forget it exists so that I don't just like go in a scrolling hole because I need sleep if I want to wake up at 4 o'clock the next morning. So in my lunch break I usually try to do whatever it is I do at night, answer messages, speak to my family, check on my social media, like is everything okay, upload anything if I need it uploaded, but usually I have that all scheduled out by the end of the weekend, the previous weekend. So yeah, also like any passion projects that I have that I want to plan, that I want to research, whatever the case may be, stretching, you know, working on my mobility. Like I've got pretty good time brackets in my lunch break that I can use productively. So every day looks a bit different, but generally that's what it's all about. So I'm gonna eat this and then I am going to do some research about something that I'm pretty curious about, but not willing to share yet. Quick break because I went to go clean, wash my dishes, make me an iced coffee, and prep supper for tonight. So after my late class, I can just walk in the house, turn on the oven, and it'll heat up my food for tonight, which I'm so excited for because that means the day is over and I can go and take a nap. I don't know why, but today I just feel super sleepy, like my eyes feel heavy. So this coffee is going to be really good. I'm going to imagine it is a really strong Breville made coffee, but either way it's going to taste good and it's hopefully going to be the pick-me-up that I need. I'm quickly just going to send over something to the school's computer because I remembered I needed to print something because tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday is always my craziest days at school because I have a long class where parents are present. So I've got like kids with parents, and for that I usually need more props and flashcards and whatnot. So I just need to do a little bit of prepping for that, but luckily most of it's already done. So I'm just quickly gonna do that, drink my iced coffee, and then it's time to go back to school. On my way back now and I remembered my umbrella, but it's literally so sunny right now and the rain is gone. But that's okay because this is like a little UV umbrella to help protect me against the sun. So win-win. Okay, so I quickly wanted to show you guys I'm at school and I'm just printing out the little pictures that I need for tomorrow's class. And we are doing fruits tomorrow. So we're doing we're doing watermelon, we're doing lemon, and we're doing grape. So what I did is print a few pictures and chop them up in half, and then tomorrow they need to like mix and match and find the correct partner. And this is actually so perfect because next week I have a lesson with my everyday class where it's all about finding a friend or like a good friend or whatever. So I'm gonna kind of play the same game and just make the word not be grape but instead like friend, like find your friend. So that just makes it a little bit easier. So I'm prepped at least for next week very far in advance, which is great. And that's kind of something that's so interesting to me, is that like maybe it's just me and the people that I work with or the teachers that I work with, but even when I ask for like the lesson plans in advance, or not the lesson plans, like the curriculum that I kind of need to use as my guideline, everyone is like so confused as to why I want the curriculum for like the next few weeks, because everyone works like on a week-to-week basis. But I like being prepared and I like working ahead because then I feel like I have some breathing room. So I don't know why it's so strange to them that I want to do that, because I just thought like it's productive in my opinion. But anyway, I'm also playing around with like little what do you call this, not even like a craft, but we have graduation in 2 weeks. So next week we have to make like a little craft, and I know my mom has a whole book of me when I was a kid and the things that I did. And I don't know if the school made that or if my mom is just super cute and did that herself, but the teachers actually here have to do it, the Chinese teachers, because they have to document everything. So I thought, like, I just personally loved having to look back and seeing like my own little like handprint. So what I want to do is like print out photos of each of my student, and then they'd have like their heads under the hat, and then they'd put like their hands in paint or something, and then just put their hands next to their faces, like little handprints. So when they're older they could potentially look back at that and see their little handprints and see that they graduated. So I'll write their names on, and also probably the year, so 2025, and then they have something cute to look back on. But this was just kind of like a rough draft because I wanted to see how the photos look that I can get of the kids to see if it'll actually work under the hat. But that's the vibe we're going for. It's just a rough idea for now. The kids wake up in 10 minutes anyway, so it's pretty soon. Every morning when I get to work, they have between 8 to 9 to get to school, and some kids come really late because they prefer to have breakfast at home, but most kids come pretty early and then they get breakfast at school. So from 8 to 9 they have breakfast, and then from 9 to 10 we have exercise time, and then from 10 to 11 that is like our hour to get our classes done. So for my class there's an English class and a Chinese class. For the other classes it's only the Chinese class, and then in that hour we have the English class, Chinese class, and then also some free time where the kids can either play or read, or I'll read with them. And then 11 is lunch, and then probably about 11:30 I'll just walk with them like a few laps in the school just to kind of like, I don't know, help with digestion. I don't really know what the point of that is, but the most important thing is that we just get them out of the classroom because the class needs to be clean before they can sleep. Then from 12 to 2:30 the kids sleep, which is then when I can go home. So I've got a pretty big gap of when I can be at home. I just need to be back by 2, and then from 2 to 2:30 I have like a half an hour where I can prep for my class for tomorrow. 2:30 till 4 the kids are here. So if I'm in one class the morning, then I'll switch over to my other class in the afternoon. So then we'll basically just do the same thing. I'll have the same lesson with them, so I'll just double prep every lesson for my 2 classes. And then, like I say, on Wednesdays I have that extra class. So on Wednesdays I essentially have three big classes. I have the 45-minute class and then the 20-minute classes with my younger kids, and then in the afternoon I also have to spend some time with the babies, so I'll sing a song with them or I'll read a book with them or something like that. So this afternoon, for example, I am now gonna head back in, and then at 2:30 they'll wake up and then they'll have a snack, and then at 3 I'll have my lesson. At 3:30 I'll head down to the babies, and then I'll come up after my time with the babies, and then at 4 the parents come to pick up the kids. Then from 4 to 4:30 is more free time for me to prep for my classes, and then at 4:30 I can clock out, which is then when I head over to my coffee shop for my extra lessons. That's currently what my structure is right now. I'm not sure how it's going to look in the new semester, but that's what we're doing right now. So it's pretty simple now that I've kind of gotten the routine down, and like I say, I plan ahead with my lessons, so I have more than enough time to prep, because I really feel like I can get a lot, because there are flashcards, there are, you know, props, games, everything you need to prepare for, and I essentially feel like I've got a very, like, not leash, but like I feel like I'm always the one that needs to show face because of the fact that I'm the foreign teacher in the school. There isn't another foreign teacher here, so they really want to, you know, I guess show me off to the parents to make them aware like the foreign teacher is here. So in the morning, like usually in the morning when the kids are having breakfast and stuff, the Chinese teachers would use that time to prep for their lessons for the day, whereas I have to be like upfront, greeting the parents, helping the kids, like just showing face. So I always just like to be prepared in any case, because it just makes me feel less stressed. I'm yapping so much today, and I feel like you guys probably don't want to hear all of this in detail, but if you do, now you have it.
Top, and I just put on any random like bottom. I want to pair it with a lot of different things, but probably like a white skirt or even a white pants, or I don't know, but I just took this because that was what was at the top. This is actually really comfortable, and I love the fact that it's got padding in, because then I don't have to worry about like a strapless bra. And what I usually hate about strapless bras is the fact that it always, like, because it needs to be tight so that it doesn't fall down, like really hurts and it's not comfortable. But I love the fact that this is padded, so I'm gonna take this as a win, and I'm not sending it back, and it's just, I like it. Okay, it is time to put away all my technology and just read. I've started this book. This is the third book out of the series. I don't know if this series is calling me as hard as The Fourth Wing. Damn, that series swallowed me whole. Like, I didn't want to do anything else except read, but this one's just not grabbing me the way that series is. But it's still okay. I'm still taking it as my winding down. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for spending the day with me. I know it was a little bit chaotic. I was so chatty, but I wanted to take you guys along with me, and I'm so glad you were here. So thank you for spending the day with me. Let me know if you'd like to see more of this type of content of me just sharing a little bit more of my life in China and what it's like. I know my content at work is obviously a little bit more limited, but if there is something specific you'd like to know on life here in China, let me know. I'd be happy to create a little bit more content regarding that. But yeah, again, just thanks for being here. I am just going to go and wash the dishes so that tomorrow morning I wake up to a clean kitchen, and then I'm going to read. It's 7, so I usually turn off my alarm or my technology at around 7, so that I'm hopefully fast asleep by 8, because your girl wakes up at 4 tomorrow. So thanks for being here. Good night.